Okay, so you don't want to try in 3/4 right here. Watch this big right here defending in the post. Okay, he's going to try in 3/4 of the post and deny. Look at this. Don't do this right here. You've got him in good positioning right here. He's all the way out near the nail. Okay, just play him straight up. Keep bumping him. Battle for real estate. Don't let him get too low. But look, when you try in look at how he's going to try in 3/4 him. So now look, now when you try and 3/4 him here, now you're allowing. Once you regroup and go away from doing that when they swing the ball here, now you're letting him catch the ball too low again. Look where you're letting him catch the ball. And now it's just turn and hook, easy hook shot. So again, but it's back here. Don't try and 3/4 him. Look at this. Just play him straight up, bump him, move him, battle for real estate, keep him out of the charge circle. Okay, but right here, right now you're fine. Just play him straight up and keep bumping him. But look how he's going to try and 3/4 him right here. Okay? See, when he 3/4 him here, now when the ball gets swung here, now you've got to regroup. And on that regroup, look, now you're letting him catch the ball way too low again. So it's easy turn and hook. Again, don't try and 3/4. Play him straight up right here. Keep bumping him out. Make him catch it as far out as possible. Because when you 3/4 him and the ball gets swung to the wing, you have to regroup, and it's just you're allowing him to catch it too low. Okay, so you run a horn set right here. Once you come off this ball screen, Purdue's in drop coverage here. They drop the big, they fight over the top. This guard, just attack downhill. Keep this big at the basketball and give this big some time to roll. Okay? And maybe if you keep this, as long as you're dragging this big and attacking downhill towards the ball, this big has time to roll, and now you can hit this big for a little short jumper, okay? Or you draw backside help here, opening up this drag right here. Or if backside help comes from right here, now you just short roll right here into the corner for a catch and shoot three. But you got to attack downhill. This player's behind the play. Keep him behind the play. Attack downhill and force this big to have to stay with the ball and give this big time to roll. But this guard pulls his dribble back, so now Purdue's playing everyone straight up one-on-one. You're going to see Oakland's going to eventually turn it over here. Don't cut in the middle of an empty side ball screen. Look, Oakland's setting a ball screen right here. This player here for Oakland, stay to the weak side of the floor. Don't cut in the middle of this ball screen because you just bring a backside defender. And look what happens with Purdue. They switch late. Look at how late they switch right here. So we have the opportunity now to hit this player rolling. But again, this player just cut in the middle of the play, bringing this backside defender. Look at this. Stay to the weak side of the floor so there's space to roll to. Okay? When you start cutting right here in the middle of this ball screen, look, you're bringing this backside defender right into the area where the player should be able to roll to. So instead of being able to hit this player for Oakland right here, we got a backside defender right there. Okay, and now look, now Oakland's got to reset their offense, and you see they're just going to fumble it around, and eventually here comes a turnover eventually. When you're guarding nobody, that means you're leaving somebody. Look at this player here for Oakland, just standing here in no man's land, guarding nobody. Either this player here needs to come up and take the ball so this player can bump down to the corner, okay, or this player can stay in the middle. Now this player takes the man in the post so that this big can cheat out over here more, okay? But when you just defend nobody, that means you're leaving somebody and you allow the offense to overload space in the zone. And it's going to be that the strong side corner, 3. When you're guarding nobody, that means you're leaving somebody. Look at this player here for Oakland, just standing here in no man's land, guarding nobody. Either this player here needs to come up and take the ball so this player can bump down to the corner, okay, or this player can stay in the middle. Now this player takes the man in the post so that this big can cheat out over here more, okay? But when you just defend nobody, that means you're leaving somebody and you allow the offense to overload space in the zone. And it's going to be that the strong side corner, 3. Two people doing one thing. Watch right here. Look at this. First of all, we got two people defending the paint. Why? This player here has got to get out to the corner right here, okay? Secondly, this player is defending the middle of the zone. Great. So this player, get up to the wing. Where are you going? Look how this player is going towards the middle part of the zone. Why? This is covered by this player right here. So look, now he's going towards the middle part of the zone right here. So they're just going to swing it out to the wing because he doesn't get up the line there. And it's just going to lead to an open catch and shoot 3. All right, if you're this player for Oakland, stay wide to the weak side of the floor. We got an empty side dribble handoff right here. Look at this right here. So right now, look where this player's going. Why are you going towards the strong side of the floor? You just bring your defender and clog up this dribble handoff. Look at this. Purdue's in drop coverage here. We should have a 2-on-1 right now between the ball handler, this big rolling, against this big dropping. Okay? And this guard should be getting this big to commit, and then bang, this rolls open and we should get a layup out of that. Okay? But again, you have to have room to attack downhill. This player for Oakland, where are you? Look at how he's over here. Stay over here so that the floor is spaced on the strong side of the floor for this dribble handoff. But when you come to the strong side of the floor like this, or towards the top of the key like that, look at you bring your defender right here, so now we don't have room to attack downhill and create this little 2-on-1 against this big for Purdue. So now that defender's in the gaps defensively, and it just leads to a contested mid-range jumper. All right, two people doing one thing. That means you're going to be giving up open threes. We have two people guarding the ball on the wing for absolutely no reason. Either this player from the middle of the zone gets up, so that this player can come down towards the corner, and then this big can step up on this player for Purdue, okay? Or this player stays in the middle of the zone. This player gets up, okay? So that player is denying the middle of the zone, so this big can get out over here. This player is going to take this area of the zone of this man in the corner. But you just cannot have two people doing one thing. You're going to, look at, you leave this big now having to worry about this player and this player. So, I mean, what do you think's going to happen? It's going to be swing to the corner, open three. All right, so you go down screen straight into a dribble handoff. This guard does a great job of not hesitating, just attacking downhill, and he gets into the lane. Look at this right here. Right now, you got to just drop this off. Right now. Look at this. This guard is going to try and score, though. Why? You don't try and score through traffic. You just drew help. You know this player's wide open. Instantly just drop this right here so we can get a dunk out of it. But look at how long it takes this guard to drop it off there. So now you're going to see it allows these defenders back in the play, and you can see you get nothing out of it. I mean, they end up calling a foul on Purdue, but it's just a basic sideline out of bounds. So we can't have two people guarding the ball. That's first right here. Look, we got two Oakland players guarding the basketball. If this player is going to be in the corner here, and this is where Purdue's going to overload the zone, then this player here has got to guard the middle of the floor right here. We'll back it up right here. This player here for Purdue, Oakland's got to guard the middle of the floor. This player guards the ball. This player's got to get to the wing, okay? Because this player has to stand in the corner right here because we've got a player in the corner there. If this cutter comes back this way, then this player can leave the middle of the zone and come guard the corner. This man here who's out on the wing can return back to the middle of the zone. Okay, but you can't allow Purdue to overload space in the zone. Because look at right here, when this player guards the middle of the zone right here, there's no one to guard the wing. So all they're going to do is just swing it for a catch-and-shoot three. Now, number two, this big right now, look at how this Oakland player in the paint defensively is just allowing this player to just sit on the block. Right now, you've got to get over and bump this big out of here, okay? You've got to be battling for real estate now. When he catches the ball there, it's over. You've got to right now be battling for real estate and getting him off the block. Because look what ends up happening here. They're going to swing the ball to the wing, so you're going to end up giving up an open catch-and-shoot three. But look what happens. Because this Oakland player doesn't start to defend this big until the ball gets swung to the wing, he's going to have to three-quarters deny right here. See, look at that. See, ball gets swung to the wing, so instead of right now just battling for position and moving him off his spot right now, when the ball gets swung to the wing, this player for Purdue is going to seal him. And look, now this player for Oakland's got to kind of three-quarters deny. And so when Purdue takes a wide-open catch-and-shoot three here, when you're three-quarters denying and getting sealed like this, look at this. Now this player is in prime offensive rebounding position because you didn't move him off his spot originally, and look what ends up happening. He's able to get the easy offensive rebound and an easy turnaround. You got to hand this ball off right here. Look, you go down screen to a dribble handoff. So that down screen forced this defender to be well behind the play right here. So just hand this ball off right here. All right, this player can either come right off into a jumper, okay, or you can come right off, engage this big, and now your roll's open, or if you draw backside help, the lift is there, okay? So right here, you got to hand this ball off right here, though. I don't know why you're faking the dribble handoff there. But look, you got another opportunity to hand it off right here. Look, you can see Purdue is chasing over the top of this dribble handoff. Just hand this ball off here. And again, this player can come off into a jump shot, or he can come off and gauge this big. And again, this big's roll is going to be open. But yet again, you fake the dribble handoff as opposed to handing it off. So you let Purdue's chasing over the top get away with that, and you eventually turn it over. So look where this ball screen is set on the floor right here, okay? You know Purdue's in drop coverage. Why are you running this ball screen at the top of the key? Get wider towards the sideline. You know Purdue's in drop coverage, okay? They're dropping the big right here, and they're fighting over the top. So this guard just needs to be able to attack downhill to keep this big at the ball and open up this big's roll, okay? And if this player now steps up and backside help, you got the lift open, okay? But right here, look at, because you ran this ball screen so close to this player for Oakland, now you got a player in the gaps defensively. And now I don't have the space to attack downhill to keep this big at the ball. So you got to make this pass out to the lift before this player for Purdue has to step up and backside help. See, again, right here, this guard should just be able to attack downhill, get this big to commit towards the ball, and either this roll is going to be open or this player's going to have to step all the way down here and backside help, and now this lift is going to be wide open. But look, he picks up his dribble now. This backside defender isn't even really have to step up and backside help much at all. You want to give this big time to roll so that this player, if he wants to be in backside help, has to come all the way down here. Now this shot is wide open. But you make this pass now before this player really has to move anywhere, so it's way too easy for him to recover onto the lift, and this, you end up getting nothing now out of it, and now Oakland's just in a regular one-on-one post-up, and you get nothing there. Okay, so what is this player for Oakland doing right here? Okay, the middle, look at you. The middle of the zone is being defended right here. Get down into you have a player in your area of the zone. Get down. This player needs to be cognizant of what's going on out here. But look at this. Where's this? Right now, get over, defend this player in this area of the zone. Where's he going? Now look. Now because you just refused to defend this player in your area of the zone, look where he's going to catch the ball. You're letting him catch the ball right in the charge circle. So now that forces help right here. Okay? See, again, right now, we got to be battling for position. Why are you just standing right here? The player right here is being defended. Get out, battle for position. Don't let him do your work early. Don't let him force him off out of the block, out of the paint. Okay? But when you don't move him at all and you're just in no man's land, look, now you let him catch the ball right in the charge circle, so now this player's got to come over and help. There's no one to rotate over, so it's a wide open catch and shoot three. What on earth was that? So again, look at this player on the wing right here. Where's he going? This player's guarding the middle of the zone. He's doing a fine job. It's his responsibility in the zone. Look at this right here. You've got a player on the wing, a three-point shooter at that. Stay up and stay in this area right here. Don't leave. Well, watch where this player's going to go inward. Why? Look at this. Where are you going? Again, middle of the zone is being defended right here just fine by this player right here for Oakland. So just stay put. Don't move. But look at how he's going to go in. So now when the ball gets swung here, you're giving up an open catch and shoot three. Why? So you can't miss this. Look, when they throw the ball in the post right here and your man goes to double, look at right now. You got to cut. You have to go, okay? Because either right now we're just dropping this to you for a layup, or what you do is you take this defender with you. So see how he doesn't cut? So now this is either open or this defender now sinks down with him. So look, now when they throw it out to the perimeter and this player has to rotate over, this swing right here is open for a catch and shoot three. But because your cut didn't take that defender with you, okay, or because you didn't cut when you should have, so this was either a dunk or this defender was going to have to go with you. Now look, now this defender's able to stay up and they just X out of this right here. And you can see now you end up not getting anything when they double the post like that. And let's see what happens here. They end up air ball and you get nothing. So again, you beat your man on a dribble drive right here. Okay, and look what happens. You force this player to step up right here. So right now, look, this player here's got a 1B. Look at, you got to seal off this defender sinking down right here and then call for the basketball. Yell for the basketball. It's got to be a seal right here, and then we're dropping it to you for an easy 2. Okay? But this player doesn't really seal his man. I'm gonna bet he doesn't even really move at all. He's not really calling for the ball. So instead of throwing this ball down low for an easy 2, you kick it out to the 3-point line, you get an air ball. Okay, you don't need to be triple teaming the post. Look at this. Why are 3 Oakland players in the post right here defensively? 1 player in the post. If this player here can go out here, you can double team the post right here, and if a skip pass is made here, this player just rotates up, and then this player who goes to double then just goes back into the corner and takes that player's man. But when you triple team the post, you have no way of rotating out of this, and you can see you just give up a wide open 3. You can't anticipate a ball screen right here. Look at this. This player's going to try and cheat this screen. Why are you trying to fight over the top of this screen anyways? All you're doing is if this player actually comes off the screen, this player steps up and guards, and then you just replace. This player then defends the middle of the zone, and that player goes up to defend the top of the zone off this ball screen. So why is this player trying to cheat this screen and get up early? Because now what's going to happen is this player is just going to refuse this screen, blow by you. Look, now that forces help right here, and now you're done. It's just a drive and kick 3-pointer for Purdue. Okay, so this is always a problem here. This player's guarding absolutely no one, okay? Why can't, we have a player right here for Purdue in the corner. Why can't this player shade over here to bump this player down in the corner? Because what does that do? That keeps this big, okay, in the paint right here, and we've got good positioning now down low, okay? Because look what happens. Ball gets, now if this player here dives into the middle here, this player can just come over in this area of the zone, okay, and guard the middle there, because you're allowing yourself to get overloaded, but allowing the offense to overload the zone right here. See, look at right here. Now the ball's going to get swung to the wing. So look, this player has to step up here. So now there's nobody to guard in the corner, okay? And when the ball gets swung here, now this big's got to venture all the way out here, and you allow this player here to seal off this man right here. See, look what happens. Now, that's mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 is, look, you go to trap. If you're going to trap, where's this player going? You got to get to 1 pass away right here. This is where you got to go to. You can't allow that pass to get made. We're good 1 pass away here. We're cutting off this pass right here. If the ball gets skipped here, then this player rotates up there. But you look at this. You can't leave this man wide open right here when you go and trap like this. So, 1, you allow an open catch and shoot 3 to happen, but because of what we looked at in the beginning part of this clip, this big here has his man sealed. So now once this open 3 gets missed, look, he's in prime offensive rebounding position because that big had to go all the way out to the corner and leave the paint. So on this miss, you give up an offensive rebound and a dunk. Okay, so a couple of errors here. 1 is, what is this player doing? You're defending the middle of the zone. You have a man in your area of the zone. Get over here and deny this pass from getting made. But really, honestly, where the problem is look, right here, we got a cutter coming through right here. So when this cutter cuts through, this player's got to bump this big out over here. This player's got to take this man right here. This player takes this man in the zone. The problem is well, 1 is this pass should never be allowed to get made. This player's got to go deny the middle of the zone. You can't let this pass get made. But look, because this player's defending in no man's land, now look, we got a man. You're leaving this player to have to guard 2 different Purdue players. Okay? This player should just be focused on this player in his area of the zone. This player bumps this big out over here, and if a ball gets thrown here, this big is going to come out here. But when, look at you, this player is just defending nobody. All right, now the ball got thrown to the middle of the zone, which should have never happened. But again, you're putting this player on an island having to guard 2 different Purdue people. You can't guard nobody. Bump this big over here so that you can stay up here. But because this player's on an island having to guard 2 people, look at this. He's guarding 2 people, so really he's then going to end up guarding nobody. but he had to sink down because nobody was in the corner here, because this player is just defending nobody. We got two different people guarding the ball. That should never have happened. This player should be underneath, and this player should be out here, okay? But again, the problem is this player is trying to guard two people, which means he guards nobody, and it leads to an open three. Okay, so again, we got two people guarding the ball. Why are two people guarding the basketball right here? Again, we'll back it up right here. This player's in no man's land. So again, get over here so that this player can stay in the corner here. See, like right now, okay? Get out to the wing so this player can stay in the corner. We got this player guarding the paint, this player guarding his area of the zone. But see, here's the problem. Again, we have two people defending the ball right here. So what does that mean? Well, that means that no one's here to box out this man right here. Again, if this player just is where he's supposed to be right here, okay, and this player here is able to go in the corner, now we have someone, now when the shot goes up, we can box out here. But when two people go towards the ball, there's nobody to box out this player for Purdue right here. So now look, now he's just getting a free run right to the rim, and the ball's going to get tipped over to him for a layup. Okay, so again, this player for Oakland right here, look at this. You're guarding nobody right here. Okay, if you're guarding nobody, you're leaving somebody. This player here has got to bump over towards this part of the zone because this player's got to get out here so that this player can stay in the corner. All right? If this cutter comes back here, that gets communicated, and you go from guarding the middle to coming back down here. Now you're guarding this space in the zone, and then this player goes out from guarding the wing to coming back towards the middle part of the zone. Now, the reason this is all so important is, look at this. This big right here, this has got to be his sole focus, this player right here. And he can't be having to worry about this big right here and this player in the corner. This has got to be his sole focus. And look at this. You have got to, like right now, you got to go battle for space right now in the post. Right now, initiate contact, bump this player off the block. Do your work early. When you just stand in the paint like this and allow this player to just stand on the block, watch what happens. This ball's going to get swung to the wing, and this player's just going to come over and seal you off right here. Okay? Right now, this player's got to focus on bumping this player off his spot. Okay? Right now. Don't get sealed. Move him. Battle for ground down low. Because look what happens. They swing the ball to the wing. So now look. Now this player initiates the contact, has him sealed off right here, and they're just going to go down low, and at that point it's over. It's an easy two. Okay, so coming off this down screen right here, look at this player right here. So this down screen, Purdue defended this down screen atrociously. There's the defender. Here's the player for Oakland he's guarding. So right here, he's going to come off of a ball screen right here. Look at this. Attack. Engage this defender here. Why are you picking up your dribble so early? Look at this. Keep your dribble alive. Engage this big right here. Okay? Get this big to have to step up towards the ball. And look, now this player's roll's open. And we're either hitting that player on the roll or you're drawing backside help, and this lift is open. So now this is a catch-and-shoot three. But you don't give this player time to roll here, so this backside defender doesn't have to move. You don't make this defender have to decide, do I step up and backside help and leave this player, okay, or do I stay with this player and allow this roll to be open? So you pick up your dribble early, you don't engage that big, and look, now that player is able to easily rotate out and you turn it over. Why is this player cutting off this ball screen? Look at this right here. Ball screen happens. What lift? What are you doing? This roll, your man is about to step up and backside help. Okay, so hopefully this guard is going to tack off this big's hip and give this player time to roll, but you got a lift coming off this, okay? Because right here, we got to be able to hit you right here, okay? And then this is either a catch-and-shoot three or that loses this backside defender, okay? And maybe we can hit that big on a seal on the recovery. But look at this player's going to cut. You got to lift. What are you doing right here? He ends up cutting. So look, now this guard doesn't have the option to kick it back, okay? And it's a turnover. What the heck was that? All right, we got no one guard in the middle of the zone right here. So the ball gets thrown to the wing. This player comes over here to bump this player down in the corner, which is good, okay? But right here, again, we got players guarding in no man's land. Who are you guarding right here? All right, if this player is guarding the middle of the zone, good. That's really where it should be. This player should be coming down to the middle of the zone so that this player guards on the wing. But if you want this player to come over all the way over here and guard the middle of the zone, and this player guarding on the wing, that's fine. But we just got two guys defending in total no man's land. So you allow that ball to get thrown to the middle and a wide open jumper. Just not enough resistance down low. Look at right here. Why is there separation right here between the big defensively for Oakland and the big offensively for Purdue? Get up right now and start battling for position. Bump him out. The further out he's got to catch it, the more difficult his post up is. Look at again, why is there separation right here? Why are you giving up real estate? Why are you going to let him turn and get lower than he should be? You should be bumping him out and moving him out the entire time right here. Bump him out, move him out, bump him out right here, move him out. Right now, get up and bump and move him. But again, you let him just turn right here because there's no resistance, and it's into a much easier shot than it should be. Why don't we just get guaranteed points here? Okay, so you run an empty side ball screen. Okay, look at this. If you make this pocket pass through, now you force this backside to defender to have to step up. This player can maybe drag this big just a little bit more and then make that pocket pass through, but whatever. Okay, so now when this backside defender steps up, instead of this player here whose man is that backside defender just standing at the three-point line, why can't he cut? Okay, and then it's pocket pass through right to a dunk. Okay? But instead, this player stays at the three-point line. They don't try and short roll first. They just skip pass out there. But it's a three, and it's a clank, and you get nothing. Just take the dunk. All right, this is really, really easy. Why do we have two people guarding one? Okay, right here, you got a player coming through to the corner right here. You've got to bump this player down into the corner. Okay, when you have two people, look at this is basic. You're trapping here, essentially. Okay, so if you're trapping here, the principles when you trap is to take some. You can't allow anyone open one pass away. But why are two people defending one? Right here, look at this. This player can come over here and guard one-on-one just fine, and this player can bump down to the corner, and then you're fine. But when you have two people guarding one, the corner's open, so it leads to an open catch-and-shoot three. Wow. Can't be guarding nobody. Look at ball screen in the zone. Okay, so this player just steps up and guards right here. Okay, this player then's going to replace right here. But again, what is this? When you're guarding nobody, you allow the offense to overload space in the zone. Look at the overload right here. You've got this player for Oakland having to worry about two different Purdue players. Okay, so either this player here has got to slide over to bump this big out over into the corner right here so that this player can just stay up and guard right here on the wing, okay? Or this player here has got to scramble over here to guard this area here so this player can bump down to the corner and this player can stay up and guard the wing. But when you just stand and defend nobody, now you allow the offense to overload the zone. So look, now this player for Oakland's stuck having to defend two people, which means he's going to end up defending nobody, and it's going to lead to an open jumper. Okay, so you run an empty side ball screen here. Purdue's in drop coverage, okay? They drop this big, they fight over the top. So right here, you essentially have a 2-on-1. Look at this. Ball handler, big rolling against this big dropping for Purdue. This player here is behind the play. So this ball handler cannot pick up his dribble until he gets this big to commit towards the ball. He's going to pick up his dribble too early. Look at that. He's already picked up his dribble. You haven't gotten this big to commit anywhere. You got to get this big to commit towards the ball, then this rolls open. Or if the big never commits to the ball, then you're able to get right to the rim. But right here, you pick up your dribble and this big hasn't committed anywhere. Again, keep attacking this big, and once he commits towards the ball, then you pick up your dribble and you can make this pass now to the big rolling. But you don't force this big to commit anywhere, so now you just take a contested floater and you get 0. Okay, so why are we doubling the post right here? Look at this. This big puts the ball on the floor, bang, dribble's picked up. Why is this player trying to gamble now right here in the post? The dribble's picked up. We don't need to double the post. Get out here, okay? Because if the ball gets swung here, you've got to be ready to rotate. Why? Look at this. This big has picked up his dribble. He can't put the ball back on the floor. Why is this player digging in the post on when his dribble's picked up? So now when you dig in the post like that, or it looks like he's going to double the post and he gambles, now there's absolutely no one to rotate here, which is where he should be. So you just give up a wide open three. I mean, what on earth? So this seems like a pretty unnecessary trap right here, okay? Why can't this player who's defending the middle of the zone just stay in the middle of the zone? Everyone just stays body on a body in the zone, and then you just play this player straight up one-on-one. But, okay, I don't understand this, but if you are going to trap like this, your backline defense has to be there. This player's got to deny one pass away. You got to deny one pass away here. This player cuts to one pass away right here. This player's got to step up here. This pass can't get made. The ball gets skipped all the way over here, then this player's going to have to bust it and get out over there. But you've got to take out this cutter who's flashing one pass away. You can't let this pass get made. And you can see there's no backline defense right there, so you allow that pass to get made, and you're done. It's a two-shot foul. Okay, so again, what is going on here? All right? Look at the middle of the zone right here. So what's happening here? Again, we've got two people guarding the ball. Either this player here is defending the wing, and this big is getting up, so now this big can't be worried about the paint. Again, if a cutter comes this way, this player goes with him. If a cutter comes this way, this player goes with him. Okay? Or this player's defending the middle of the zone. Okay? And if he's defending the middle of the zone, then this player's up, and this big shades over towards this area right here. But look at this. This player's just in no man's land defending nobody, okay? So you allow this pass to get made, and this big's able to get a little turnaround right there. Now, my other question is what on earth is this player doing right here defensively? What is this defense right here when the ball gets thrown right here? You got to stay underneath your man in your area of the zone. I mean, if he's worrying about this player, I mean, this now becomes this player's responsibility. He should not be going towards the ball. He should be going now towards the wing. This big needs to get up and guard that big. But this player, just stay underneath this man right here. Why are you going out and fronting right here on the wing? Because look what happens now. Now when this player turns, because this player's doing some weird thing where he's fronting on the wing, he's going to allow this player now to get behind him on his inside hip. So now on this turnaround, look, now you've given up positioning here for this rebound right now. So now, I don't know what that defense was, so when they miss this turnaround, look, offensive rebound, and it's a two-shot foul. Okay, so we got a ball screen against the zone right here. Here's your ball screen. So again, you just replace right here. This player steps up now and guards. So let's see where this player was. This player was defending the middle of the zone right here. Okay? So when this ball screen gets set, this player comes up. So this you got to replace. Okay, this player left his responsibility in the middle of the zone to guard the ball screen. So this player has to replace back down in the middle of the floor. Look at this. Why is this player all the way out denying at half court? Now you've just left a crater in the middle of the zone wide open. Get back down into this area of the zone right here, okay? And if the ball gets kicked back here, then you just return to your space in the zone. Remember, this player we back it up, this player was originally defending at the top of the zone. So, if the ball gets kicked, so you need to be first denying the middle of the zone. This player was guarding the middle of the zone, but came out to replace with you when you got screened. So you got to get back down in the middle of the zone. If the ball gets swung here, okay, then all you do is step up, and this player replaces where he was originally in the middle of the zone. But you've got to deny the middle of the zone. This player left to guard up here in the middle of the left to guard up on top of the zone because you got screened. So you got to replace with them. But you can see he guards all the way at almost half court. So now the middle of the zone's wide open, and they're just going to get the ball right there for a wide open jumper. Stop cutting to the strong side of the floor in the middle of a ball screen. Look at this player right here for Oakland. Stay to the weak side of the floor so your defender stays to the weak side of the floor. And this big has space here to roll. Look at this. You got an empty side ball screen here. Purdue's in drop coverage. They drop the big. They fight over the top. So right here, we should be able to just hit this big right here. But because this player cut, in the middle of the ball screen. Now his defender comes right over as in backside help because you cut. So now we can't hit that big. Again, look. Stay to the weak side of the floor. So your defender has to stay to the weak side of the floor, and you give this big space to roll to. But look, he cuts in the middle of that ball screen, so he brings his defender with him, and now we can't hit this big when he should be just wide open there when Purdue's in drop coverage. And you can see they end up just kicking it back to the three-point line, taking a contested three, and you get nothing. Okay, so when they go double team the post like this, okay, Oakland's got the ball right here. Okay, look at this play. This player for Oakland's got to be seeing all this. Ball you man on offense, just like defense when you're away from the ball. When this player goes to double right here, look at this. This player right here, bang, just dive to this open space. All you got to do is make yourself available, because once we pass through this, it's easy. Okay, just flash to this open space right here and make this pass as easy as possible. Now it's a drop off and it's two. Or if this defender steps up, we drop it here for a dunk. So where's this player going? Look at this. Just make this pass as easy as possible. Dive to that space right there. Okay? And then bang, we're just hitting you right here. As soon as your man goes to double, you're just getting as close. You're just trying to make that pass as easy as possible so we can pass right through and we should get something easy out of it. Okay, but you can see this player doesn't make himself as available as he should be. He goes away from the post. So now the ball gets kicked out to the perimeter. Okay, and now Oakland's going to end up getting 0. Now, the second thing that happens here is, look at this. When this player is beating his man baseline right here, look, you have to be seeing this if you're this big. When your man steps up to cut off the baseline, you've got to dive to this open space. Look at this right here. See how your man is coming over there? Why are you fading to the three-point line? Look at this. See what's going on here. Right now, you see this player for Oakland's got his man beat baseline. So right here, when you see your man leave to go double right here, look, you gotta right now start to dive to this open space right here. Because look, when this player steps up here, you should be right here. So now we're just dropping it to you, okay, and you're powering up, maybe getting fouled, maybe getting a dunk, or you're drawing this man, and now this player's open, okay? But when you fade to the three-point line, all those possibilities go away, and now we just take a contested mid-range jumper, and you get 0. So why is this guard for Oakland not getting into the lane here? I mean, right here, the spacing, look where this ball screen's getting set. Set this ball screen closer to the sideline right here, okay? Further away from this Oakland player so that this defender isn't in the gaps here. But, okay, you still have the opportunity. Look at Purdue's in drop coverage here, okay? They drop the big, they fight over the top. Why is this guard has the ability to get in the lane. Go. Engage this defender right here and open up this player's role. Why are you just passing the ball so quickly? Come off this ball screen and get into the lane. Okay, this player's fighting over the top of the screen. As long as you're attacking downhill, this big has to stay towards the ball. And now you open up this big's role right here, and we create a little 2-on-1. Ball handler, big rolling against this big dropping. This player's trying to fight over the top of the screen. Again, the spacing could be a lot better. This ball screen could get set closer towards the sideline here to give this guard a little bit more space to operate. But still, this guard has the ability to get into the lane. Go. Engage this defender, keep him towards the ball, and now you open up this big's role. But instead, he passes it, I don't know why, without getting into the lane, and I don't know what that is, and now you lose every opportunity you had. Okay, so look at how much easier this ball screen is right here that you're trying to set if this player just gets to the weak side of the floor, okay? Because look at this. Purdue's icing this ball screen right here, okay? They're icing this ball screen. So right here, all this Oakland guard needs to be able to do is just attack downhill and drag this big, okay? Because as long as he's attacking downhill, this big has to stay towards the ball. The problem is look at this. There's not enough space to drag this big because we got an Oakland player in the corner here, which means his defender is in the corner here. So now he can't continue to drag this big, so we got a defender in the gaps right here. See, if this is just an empty side ball screen, okay, this player's to the weak side of the floor. So now this is all this area is right here is just space for this guard to attack downhill and drag that big. Now look, this big for Oakland needs to be rolling here. But now look, now we can pocket pass through, and we can either get a layup, or if we draw a backside defender here, the drag's open. The backside defender comes here, we can now get this cutter going here, or we can go short roll to a catch and shoot three here. We draw backside help. But we don't have space to drag this big enough because we got a defender for Purdue in the gaps because we didn't empty out the strong side of the floor. So now Oakland's got to pull their dribble back, and you can see they got to reset their offense. Stop defending no one. Okay, there's got to be some communication here. Okay, this player's just guarding nobody. You got this player in the post is being defended. Someone's got to, this player should be communicating. Take this player on the wing right here. Vacate the middle of the zone. If this player flashes here, then this player can go with them. But we cannot just be leaving this player on the wing wide open. Again, if you're defending nobody, that means you're leaving somebody. Okay? So right here, get out to this area here. See, you look at this. You're leaving now this player for Oakland to have to defend two people. If this player steps up here, then all that happens is the short corner's wide open. Right now, this player, someone's got to communicate. This player communicate to the middle. Take the wing, take the wing, take the wing. So this player comes here, and he can just stay in the corner there. And again, you vacate the middle of the zone, but if this player cuts here, then this player will just go with him there. If this big flashes here, this big will just come up there. Okay? But again, when you're guarding nobody, that means you're leaving somebody. And so that means it's just going to lead to an open catch and shoot three. Okay, why are you trading responsibilities in the zone like this? Look at this. This player's defending the middle of the zone. That's great. He's doing a very nice job. This player's defending the top of the zone. As this player cuts through here, stay with him. Okay, this player's guarding the wing. This player's guarding the post. This player's guarding that wing. Okay? So, look at this. Just stay with him here. Okay? This player's got the wing. Why are you bumping this player down? You're bumping him down to nobody. Stay up here. Stay with this guy. Okay? Until he cuts all the way down here, then you pass him off to somebody else. But as long as he's all the way up here at the top of the zone right here, okay, stay with him. This player's guarding the wing and doing a fine job. There's no need for you to come over here and bump this player down. You're bumping him down to nobody. But look what happens. They're going to try and trade responsibilities. This player's going to try and slide over here and bump him down here. I don't know. This player's, again, doing just fine defending the middle of the zone. But in that little split second, they trade responsibilities for, absolutely no reason. That means you're giving up an open three. What is this? Okay, so this guard's making this pass too early. All right, the spacing is poor here. Okay, you're running this ball screen, and you got a backside defender right here. But look at this. You can work around this. This guard's got to keep attacking off this big's hip. 3 to 4 solid dribbles. There's a lot of space there. Keep this big at the basketball. Give this player here time to roll. Okay? Because what's that going to do? If this player has time to roll here and this guard is continuing to attack downhill this way, okay, either it's going to force this backside defender to step up, so now this player's drag is going to be open, okay, or if this player doesn't step up, this player's roll's open, all right, this is either wide open dunk, okay, or if this is your backside defender, then it's just a short roll to right here for a catch and shoot three, or what I would prefer is a short roll to this being the backside defender, short roll right to a cut right here for a dunk, okay? Or if this player steps up and backside help, then we've got this player open. But this only happens by giving this big time to roll. And you give this big time to roll by just continuing to attack off this big's hip and dragging this big, forcing a backside defender to have to step up from somewhere. But when you make that pass so early, you don't allow that big time to roll. So now look, now Oakland's just back into regular one-on-one mode, and you got to reset everything. Again, this big for Oakland gets lazy. Now, look at this right here, okay? Why is this big for Oakland just standing there? You have got to be bumping this player for Purdue. Move him off his spot. Battle for ground early. Once you get lazy like this and just stand, now you allow this player for Purdue to initiate the contact himself, and now you're going to get sealed right here. See, right now, he's in the post. Bump him off his spot. Move him. Battle for real estate. Don't let yourself get sealed. But look what happens. He just stands there, so now look. Now the Purdue big initiates contact, seals off Oakland's player, and it's going to lead to an and one. Okay, so this player for Oakland is defending at the top of the zone. That's great. Okay, so right here, his man's going to cut through, and so what's happening? Why is he leaving the top of the zone? And you're in total no man's land. Look at this. Everyone's guarding a space in the zone, but you're in no man's land. You're not, and you're defending the top of the zone. Well, you're not there anymore. So what does that mean? That means the top of the zone is going to be wide open. Again, if you're guarding nobody, that means you're leaving somebody. And right here, this player's just in total no man's land. He's not at the top of the zone, which is his responsibility. So the top of the zone's left open, and it's an open three. All right, so you get rip and go drive here, okay? This is going to force help. You have to be seeing this if you're a player for Oakland. Ball you man on offense, just like defense when you're away from the ball. Your man steps up and helps right here. You have to dive to this open space. You're going to occupy this defender, make sure you seal him off. But right now, go. What are you waiting for? Look how long he's waiting. He's still waiting. He's still waiting. He still really doesn't even cut. So look. Now, like right now when this player steps up here, he should be right here and sealing off this defender. So it's just drop it to you, catch, dunk. But you don't cut, you wait, and so now you allow the defense to get back and you end up with a shot clock violation. Again, just guys defending in no man's land in the zone right here. Look at this player for Oakland. What are you doing? Look, there's nobody in the middle of the zone right here. So what's going on? You got a player in your area of the zone out here. This player's got a man in the corner he's got to be worried about, okay? Again, if you defend no one, you leave someone. This is defending in no man's land. There's nobody at the free throw line extended area. Look, player in the zone right here, player in the zone right here, player in the zone right here, guarding on the ball right there, okay? So get out to your area of the zone where there's a man there. Okay? If you're defending nobody, which this player's doing, you're leaving somebody. So they're just going to swing it here, and you're giving up a catch-and-shoot three for no reason. All right, we got a cross screen coming. You got to have some kind of defense right here. Here's your cross screen right here. Either this player here can just come over and jam this big coming through this cross screen, so the big getting hit with this cross screen for Oakland has time to get on the other side, or this player for Oakland who's just defending nobody can sink down and jam this big as he comes through this cross screen so that this big has time to get on the other side, and you leave the middle of the zone open for a second. If a cutter flashes here, then this player can simply come there, okay? But when you allow Purdue to run a cross screen and you don't defend it literally at all, you don't jam the big coming through at all, you don't switch assignments in the zone, well, what do you think's going to happen? The big's going to be wide open and it's going to be a layup. One, this player's got to stop defending nobody. Look how this player right here is just defending absolutely no one, okay? Right here, this player's got to defend the middle of the zone. This player comes over here. This player now has to defend the corner. When this player cuts through, you just pass him off right here. This player goes to guarding the middle. This player then moves on over there. Okay? What needs to be happening, though, is this big can't be worried about having to chase out to the corner right here. This big here defending him down low, right now, you got this big is defending on the block. You got to be moving him out. Battle for real estate now. Because how many times do we have to see where this player just stands in the charge circle while this big for Purdue stands on the block, and once the ball gets swung towards this area of the floor right here, look, now this player's just going to seal him off here once this ball gets swung. See, again, right now, this big right here only needs to be worried about defensively the big for Purdue. And right now, start moving him out. Battle for real estate. Don't let yourself get sealed. Because look what happens. The ball gets swung to the corner here, and look, now he's getting sealed. And why is that? Because he's just standing in the charge circle, letting this man just stand on the block. And when the ball gets swung to the corner, having him just seal him off right now. Start to move him. Get him out of there. Because look, now when you just stand there, the ball gets swung to the corner, you get sealed, and now look, now you're forced to foul him. Okay, so if you want to double the post right here, that's fine. Okay, this player here is guarding this area of the zone in the corner. If this player lifts, he's going to go with them. Okay, but look at this right here. This player here is responsible for the entire top area of the zone. Why is he defending at the foul line and guarding nobody right here? Look at this right here. Get to the top of the zone. You're responsible for the entire top area of the zone right now. Where are you going to the free throw line for? So again, because he's just guarding in no man's land and you're doubling the post here, the only man you have that's responsible for the top of the zone isn't at the top of the zone, so the top of the zone's open and it leads to an open three. Empty side ball screen right here. I don't know if this player's refusing this ball screen or Purdue's icing it, but either way, look at this. This player here for Oakland, your man is stepping up over here. You got to dive to this open space. This guard is doing a pretty good job of attacking downhill to keep this big at the ball. You can't stand at the three-point line. Dive to this open space so this pocket pass can get made right here, and it's either a little short jumper or you force a backside defender right here so it's a short roll to the three-point line, okay? Or this backside defender steps up, and now we're either hitting this cutter for a dunk or that cutter occupies this defender, and now the three-point line is open again right here. But that all starts by you diving to this open space and not standing at the three-point line. He stands at the three-point line, so now Oakland's got to reset their offense. Okay, so you run a dribble handoff right here. Okay, so right here, when this big rolls, you obviously have this backside defender stepping up. You got to lift hard here, and that's the read. The read is, look at this. It's handoff, okay, big rolls. Backside defender steps up. So this player's got to lift hard, drag, so we can, and that's the read. It's right there for a catch and shoot three. Your man steps up and backside, you got to lift. But the player doesn't really lift very hard, and the guard doesn't even look there. And so now you just, pass it around, and boy, you jack a 50-foot three and get nothing. Okay, you can't have two people guarding one in the zone. Look at this. We have two Oakland players worried about this Purdue big. Okay? Either this player is going to guard the nail middle of the floor area. Okay? So then this big's got to bump this player out here. Okay? So that we have the wing accounted for. All right? Or this big just steps up on this big for Purdue when he gets to that sort of free throw line extended area, and this player now comes over here, okay? And then this player can stay here. But again, when you have two people when you have two people guarding one area of the zone, two people doing one thing in the zone, look, now when the ball gets swung here, there's nobody now to guard the wing area, so now this player has to leave and go all the way up here, okay? So this player is going to miss this three. The problem is we got two players still for Oakland defending one Purdue player, so no one's here to box out this player for Purdue. So when they miss this three, look, this player's just, because no one's there to box him out, is in prime offensive rebounding position, and it's a putback layup. Time the ball gets moved in the zone, you've got to rotate. Look at this. Okay, so the ball's right here. This player's going to his area of the zone here. All right, that's fine. But now the ball gets swung here. So now you can't stay in the same place, okay? The ball just got shifted in the zone. You've got to rotate closer here towards the player that's in your area of the zone, okay? Look at this. This player here, watch this player. He doesn't move at all as the ball moves. The ball gets swung here, bang. You got to start to move over towards where you got a player in your area of the zone because now the ball's here. But you can see he doesn't move. He stands in the same place. So now that means he's slow to get out to the three-point line and gives up a three. All right, again, as soon as they double the post, look at this. Your man goes to double the post. This player don't stand. Make this pass as easy as possible by just diving to this open space. 2 steps inward this way so that when this player turns right here, look, it's just the easiest pass as possible. But see, he just stands. He doesn't move. Again, dive 2 steps this way. So we're just dropping it here. easy two. But you can see he doesn't move. This defender sinks down, who, by the way, he doesn't even seal, right? I mean, at this point, you want to get in and seal off this defender right here so he doesn't get on your inside hip. So, now that pass isn't available, and it's a jump ball. Again, you throw the ball into the post right here. Okay, so this player's got to be seeing this. Ball you man on offense when you're away from the ball. You've got to be seeing that his man right here is going to double. As soon as he sees his man leave, look, don't just stand, okay? Dive to this open space right here. Make this pass as easy as possible, okay? Because you know a defender is sinking down as well. So if you dive to this open space, this pass is much easier to make. And if this player sinks down, you got to make sure you seal him off. But if you just right now, if this player, instead of just standing here calling for the ball, is diving to this open space to make this pass as easy as possible, he doesn't have to seal off anyone because this player's not going to have time to get down there. So he should just be able to drop this off to you for a dunk. But you can see, look at this player doesn't dive that open space. He just stands here calling for the ball and doesn't seal off his man here. So now that player gets on his inside hip. That pass isn't available. You pass out of it. And now look, now Purdue's just back into regular one-on-one. And you're going to see it's a late clock situation. Oh, and then a shot clock violation. So again, down low, it's all about positioning, okay? You got to battle for real estate. Look how this big for Oakland isn't moving the big for Purdue off the spot right here. So now you allow yourself to get sealed, right? There should never be separation. This is your responsibility in the zone right here. So right now, bang, start battling. Bump this player out, okay? Get him as far away from the block as possible. And because look, when you just stand here and don't battle for real estate at all, now look, now this player's just going to seal you off. See? Look at this. Now, look, where are you going? Bump this player and get this player out of the paint. But look what happens. This player just allows this Purdue big to do whatever he wants, seal him off right here, and look, now it's over. Now they're going to throw it down low, and it's going to be a dunk. You've got to seal off the defender right here. Look at this. This player blows by his man and gets into the lane right here. Okay? So this player for Oakland's got to be seeing this. Your man is clearly about to step up and help. Okay? So right now, look at this. You're occupying a defender. You've got to make sure you seal off that defender right here. Seal him off. Make sure you're on his inside hip so we can just drop it to you right here for an easy two. But look, you don't seal off the defender right here, so now the defender's on your inside hip. So now that pass isn't available here. You can see now they got to dribble the ball back out, and you lose that opportunity. Okay, so Purdue's going to run a very basic cross screen right here. What's this player doing? The man who you were just defending in your area of the zone is clearly going up to set a cross screen right here. So you either have to switch onto this player coming through the screen, or you got to jam this player as he comes through the screen so that this player getting hit with the screen has time to get on the other side. But this player for Oakland is going to do absolutely nothing about that cross screen, so it leads to an alley-oop. All right, when you're defending the middle of the zone, okay, it's fine to be denying when the ball's at the top of the key like this, okay? But once the basketball gets thrown down low, you got to immediately get underneath the man at the top of the zone so you don't get beat back door. Okay, this player's defending this area of the zone, so you can't be relying on him to be sinking down, all right? You've got to, okay, again, it's fine to be denying right here at the middle of the zone. But look, once this ball gets thrown down low, bang, you got to immediately get underneath this player right here so you don't get beat back door. There is no help underneath the paint. This big, obviously, is defending the players catching the ball in the post. So, okay, you want to deny the middle of the zone, fine. But look, as soon as you see this pass getting made to the post area right here, get underneath this man that you're guarding in the middle of the zone at that free throw line extended area. But he doesn't get underneath that player, so it leads to a backdoor layup.